Hey guys, Nintendo Gaming Box back here again, and I recently got a comment on my Nintendo Switch video from Zelda Link, and he says, "Could you explain how to free up space, especially if you don't have an SD card? Can you also explain what happens to physical game data when you try to transfer it? Oh, and can you also please explain what happens to the DLC when you transfer or archive it? I would be very grateful. Sorry I asked too many questions. It's totally fine, Zelda Link. That's not the most questions I've ever been asked, and I can answer all of those. So let's go in order. The first question that he asked: could you explain how to free up space, especially if you don't have an SD card? Well, first thing you should know is Zelda Link, the only way you could free up space without a micro SD card is, hold up, to delete games. That's really the only way. Let me adjust the brightness. There we go. The only way you can free space up on your Nintendo Switch, especially if you don't have a micro SD card, is to delete or archive games. Now, let's say you have so much progress in a game, like let's say, for example, Breath of the Wild. Let's say you have tons of hours in Breath of the Wild, and you don't play anymore. Now, if you have it physically, you won't have any problems because all your data, so with digital games, the entire game is downloaded onto your system, and the save data saves to the system memory, not the micro SD card. That's something you should know. So, if you get, and it's a little weird because if you get physical Nintendo Switch games, like a physical cartridge game, it is really weird because it works like a disc-based system, like an Xbox One. These cartridges right here, the cartridge doesn't hold your save data to your game like a 3DS game does. Your save data is all saved to your Nintendo Switch profile. Your Nintendo Switch profile is where all your data is saved, which is why you could give a game to a friend, they can borrow it, none of the save data will be lost, you'll have all of it safe on your system. So I'm sorry, but you cannot free up space unless you delete games, especially if you don't have a micro SD card. Now, if you do want to free up space, but you don't want to lose any of your save data, you go to Quick Archive. And then you choose a game, and you archive it. Then you press Archive Data. Now, of course, I'm not going to archive it because I still play these games. But what it does is it deletes the game, it leaves all your save data on the console, and it'll, in fact, still leave the icon of that game on the home screen. So if you ever want to re-download it, you just tap it, and then press re-download. Now, his second question is... one more thing is, if you don't have a micro SD card, you can get a 64 gigabyte micro SD card for like $20-$30. It's not that bad. I have a 64 gigabyte micro SD XC card, and it's been lasting me quite a while. I've almost had my Switch for a full year, and I'm still fine on space. So yeah. Okay, next question. He says, can you also explain what happens to physical game data when you try to transfer it? Okay, well, like I said in the previous question, all your save data for a game is not saved to the cartridge, but the console, or more like the profile. So if you transfer your profile, let's go here, transfer your user data. Oh, and another thing is you cannot transfer your save data without being plugged into the AC adapter. So I'll go grab that. I'll be right back. Okay, got the AC adapter. Now let's plug it in. So when you come up to the screen, it's going to ask you, is this the source console or the target console? If you select source console, that's the console you'll be sending the data from. And then target console is the console you're sending the data to. So we're going to press source console, select the profile, And then look what it says here. The following data will be transferred for Greg, which is me. User information and save data will be transferred over. Downloadable software purchased by Greg will no longer be playable on this console, but once you transfer all of this over to the other console, you'll be able to re-download it on the newly transferred over console by going to the Nintendo eShop and re-downloading it. That goes for digital games and DLC. So to answer your question, yes, if you transfer your games over, you transfer your profile over to a different Switch, you can re-download all your games and all your DLC, and you'll have all your save data. That's the answer to your question. Oh, one quick little note. Save data for both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games are all saved to the system memory, and whether you have all physical or digital or a mix of both, all that save data is still saved to your profile like I previously showed. Okay, and Zelda Link's last question is, let's see, what happens to the DLC when you transfer or archive it? Well, I already explained what happens when you transfer it, but if you archive the DLC, it's just like a game. If you archive the game, you can go back to the eShop, you can go onto the eShop and re-download it without purchasing. Same goes for the DLC. If you have bought DLC, or you've archived it, or you've deleted it by accident, go into the eShop. In fact, I'll show you how it works. So let's find a game. I'm gonna pretend. Okay, see Minecraft right here? Let's pretend that I deleted Minecraft and I want to re-download it. So I'm gonna go onto the Nintendo eShop. And then you're gonna go to that little icon over there, your little user profile. Then you're gonna go to re-download. And then you're going to want to search for the game you want to re-download. I've downloaded a lot of demos and tried them. Now here's the thing. Games that you have currently downloaded onto your console will not show up here, so that's why Minecraft isn't showing up. But let's see, where's one? Okay, here's one, Pokemon Quest. This is a game I downloaded and then deleted because I didn't find it that interesting. Don't hate on me. I'm not that big of a fan of Pokemon. But this is a game I downloaded, deleted, and if it's deleted, you go to the eShop, go to your account information, and then just hit the re-download button. Then you go home, and there it is re-downloading. Now that is the same process that you use for DLC. You can use that process for digital games and DLC. So that is the answer to all your questions, Zelda Link. Thank you for those questions. I hope this answers and solves all your problems. I hope you guys like this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to Nintendo Gaming Box. And once I reach 1,000 subs, I can finally stream again because YouTube updated their guideline policies to where now anybody that has under 1,000 subscribers cannot stream. It really sucks, but once I reach 1,000, I'm going to start streaming, okay? See you guys later. Peace out.